Mr. Senator, what do you make of the treatment that Pete Hegseth received yesterday? I was shocked, actually, that Senator Hirono wouldn't let him speak.
Yeah. Well, good morning, Stu. I think that some of my colleagues across the aisle embarrassed themselves. But regardless, I think America got to see what a modern-day patriot looks like. Look, these nominees that President Trump has nominated, they are the cavalry. I think we're going to see Pete address some of the biggest challenges in our military, and that's recruiting, and that's morale, as well as a lack of efficiency. I think that he'll be the greatest salesman and recruiter that the military's ever seen. And when he brings back this meritocracy, when people are advanced based upon merit, then that's going to bring the morale back as well. So we're excited to get Pete confirmed and across the road there and on into the Pentagon.
Let me turn to dealing with the California fires. Do you believe there should be conditions on federal aid for California? Strings, should they be attached?
Yes, Stu, well, absolutely. And I just remind all your listeners that whether in the past when we've given money for hurricane relief in Louisiana, wherever it is, there have been strings attached. Point number two is let's not forget the people in North Carolina, the flood victims that still don't have homes as well. But we do need strings attached. We need accountability. We need to make sure that these monies, and they're talking about $150 billion, that they're invested in the right place. We've seen California mismanage their forests and mismanage their water. 95% of the rainfall in California ends up in the ocean. So absolutely, we need some strings.
So what kind of strings? I mean, should President Trump, should he say, look, California, you made a mess of it last time, especially with these climate rules, repeal them, or you don't get any money. Would you go that far?
Absolutely. Again, I think we need to say, here's the guardrails where the money can be invested in. Is it managing your forests? Is it more water retention? What do we need to do with the homes as well? But we need a long-term solution, or we're going to be right back here where we were before. Do they need to be building some type of buffers around those communities as well? So I think there's lots of mismanagement, and they do need some guardrails.
Well, what about tying it, the federal aid to California, tying it to the debt limit, as Speaker Johnson wants?
Yeah, I think that's a good political decision. I think dealing with the debt limit is always a major challenge. And I think if we can find a way to deal with it before we actually hits home, it may help your bond market. It may help your stock market as well. So I think it's a great idea. And it's the best solution I've seen so far.
Well, the stock market's doing well this morning, Mr. Senator. That's a fact. Senator Roger Marshall, thanks for joining us, sir. Always a pleasure. We'll see you again soon. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Stu.